This weekend takes the Repco Supercars Championship to North Queensland in the city of Townsville for championship races 20, 21 and 22. Overlooked by Castle Hill, the Reid Park Street Circuit is half street circuit and half purpose-built racetrack, with the run from the final corner down to turn 3 being made up of public roads, with the rest of the circuit being purpose-built racetrack. This 2.8 kilometre clockwise circuit consists of 13 corners, 3 to the left and 10 to the right. We first raced here in 2009, with both 2020 and 2021 hosting dual back-to-back events to help fill out the calendar during the COVID pandemic. Overtaking opportunities may arise here at Turn 1, Turn 3, the 7-8 chicane, the Turn 11 and 12 complex, and finally the Turn 13 hairpin. However, overtaking here may come with a risk, as Anton De Pasquale discovered when attempting to overtake Shane Van Gisbergen in 2022. Expect a high chance of safety cars here, with unforgiving concrete walls lining the track with no room for error. It's also uncommon for some teams to carry over their Indigenous-inspired liveries they ran in Darwin, so expect to see some returning colours on some cars. Last year was a strong showing from the Ford cars, with there being a 5-5 split in the top 10 and only one Camaro in the top 5 for both races. Cam Waters will take pole position for race 13 and hold off Chaz Mostert for the victory, against the backdrop of changing weather conditions, with Sector 1 and 3 being bone dry but Sector 2 being drenched in sudden tropical rain in the final laps of the race. Jack LeBrock will take pole for race 14 but would be beaten off the line by Cameron Waters. However, it will be Matt Payne and Grove Racing that would come out on top, using strategy to claim the victory. This weekend we will see the same 500 format we saw back in Sydney, with a short 100km race on Friday and two 200km races, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. All times are local track time, Australian Eastern Standard Time. We kick off Friday the 11th with two 30-minute practice sessions, the first one at 9:20 and the second one at 11:10. Two-part qualifying for race 20 will be at 1:20 p.m, followed by race 20, which will start at 3:40 p.m. and consist of 35 laps. Saturday will start with part 1 and 2 of race 21 qualifying at 10 a.m, followed by the top 10 shootout at 12:05. With race 21 starting at 3 p.m, with 70 laps to be run. Sunday will run the same as Saturday, with two-part qualifying starting at 10:05, the top 10 shootout at 12:05, and finally race 22 starting at 3 p.m. for another 70 laps. Supercars in Townsville will be supported by Super 2, Super Utes, Toyota GR Cup, and Porsche Sprint Challenge Australia. After a perfect round in Darwin, Brock Feeney has extended his lead to 183 points over teammate Will Brown, meaning if he can open the gap to over 315 points by the end of this weekend, Brock Feeney will clinch the Sprint Cup title with a round to spare. This will nab him a guaranteed spot in the semi-finals at the Gold Coast and an extra 25 points for that round. Matt Payne is still third on 1,289 points, 197 points behind Brock Feeney and only 14 points behind Will Brown. Anton De Pasquale is now our driver at risk in 10th, only 22 points ahead of Ryan Wood in 11th. There are only 2 rounds left of the Sprint Cup Championship, including Townsville, meaning for those who don't make the top 10 by the end of round 8 in Ipswich, their only opportunity to make the finals will be to win the Enduro Cup. Well, that's our short preview of round 8. We hope you enjoy this weekend's racing in Townsville.